Elite. Leading off, playing left field, number 4, Blake Freeman. Batting second, the shortstop, number 9, Kate Gonzalez. Hitting third, center fielder, number 33, Corbin Lill. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 6, Andrew Brotman. Hitting fifth, first baseman, number 35, Micah Grover. Hitting sixth, second baseman, number 1, Caden Pearson. Batting seventh, right fielder number 2, Cameron Cox. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 15, Bryce Nittler. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 12, Colton Richardson. Starting pitcher this afternoon for the 316 Elite is number 38, Tyler Kistner. Elite are coached by Ray Beatty, and he's assisted by Paul Sanimorski, Jim Johnson, Steve Lenhart, and Ryan Jones.
And hello, everybody. It's baseball time in Wichita. Todd Hook, along with producer, director, and engineer Chris Worrell and Vern on the cameras. We're here bringing you Game 3 of the day. 84th Annual NBC World Series powered by Westar. Today, San Antonio Angels take on the local 3-1-6 Elite. The Angels will be the visiting team, and here's how they will go. Jack Wisniewski will lead it off. He will play shortstop. Batting second will be Ian Bailey. He will be in center field. Batting third, Jose Diaz over at third base. And in the cleanup spot, Nick Hamill. He will be playing first base. Ryan Kincaid over at second. He will bat fifth. Batting sixth, Garrett Wilkinson, the designated hitter. And hitting seventh will be Dylan Stump. He will play left field. Spencer Lloyd will hit eighth and do the catching. And rounding out the order will be number 00, Orlando Collado. He will be over in right field. San Antonio got a 10-7 win over the Denver Cougars on Friday. They're out of the Central Texas League. And here's Wisniewski. Left to right in the outfield defensively for the Elite, Freeman, Lill, and Cox. Broutman over at third base. Gonzalez at short. Pearson at second base. Grover at first. Richardson doing the catching. And on the mound, Tyler Kinzer, Tonkawa, and Rice University. First pitch to Wisniewski. Foul back. Strike one. Just underway. 4:15 Central Time. That is up the middle. Snagged by Kinzer. Knocks his glove off. He is able to recover. Makes a high throw to Grover, but he hauls it in for out number one. No numbers for Kisner. I'm not sure where he played this summer. He is not on the statistical roster for the pitchers for the Elite. Here is Ian Bailey. That is in there for a strike. Bailey out of Grambling. 2 for 3 in game one. He is in center field. And that is wide. Ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bailey out of San Antonio. That's inside. Kisner, a very quick worker, left-hander. 2 balls and a strike now to Bailey. And the pitch inside. Just missed. Good fastball there from Kisner at 85. And 3-1. That is ripped foul. That one went into the tunnel, by the way. 3-2 now. Third game of 4 today. And a 3-2. That is bounced to the left side. Broutman up with it. Good strong throw over to first for out number 2.
Third baseman, number 13, Jose Diaz.
The Elite not in any league, so to speak. They are a traveling team. They play pretty much tournaments. 36-4-1 in their regular season. So very good summer for them. First pitch to Jose Diaz is high. Diaz 1 for 5 in game one. He is playing third base today. Out of Converse, Texas. I believe that's East Texas. That is inside. 2-0 now. Just underway in game 3, top of the first. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch. That's inside. 3-0. So 3 in the same spot for Kisner. Got to think Diaz taking all the way, and that's high. And a 4-pitch walk to Jose Diaz. So Diaz down to first base with 2 outs. That'll bring up Nick Hamill. Right-handed hitter, first baseman out of Murray State. 1 for 5 in game one. First pitch to him. Off-speed pitch is right down the middle, 0-1. And the 0-1, that gets away from the catcher, Richardson. And Hamill down to second. I think they will probably score that one a pass ball. That didn't hit anything but glove and Richardson. Catchers are tough customers. A lot is expected. Expected to dig out of just about every out pitch. San Antonio with a runner at second base. That is swung on and fouled back. That got in on Hamill's hands in a hurry. Just got a piece of it. 1-2. Absolutely stunning day at the ballpark. 80 degrees. That is unheard of this time of year. Wind blowing in from the north. That misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hamill. Usually the wind is blowing out of the south. The same temperature as a blast furnace. Not today. We'll take it. About 2 inches of rain last night. And a 2-2. That is going to be through the left side. They will send the runner. And that'll be Freeman. He is up with it. And the throw is cut off. And San Antonio strikes first. So the 2-out walk is going to come back to haunt the elite. So Hamill with an RBI. And the Angels lead it 1-0. Here is Ryan Kincaid out of Tarleton State. His bat is red hot, 4 for 4 in game 1. He will step in from the right side, second baseman today, and he will take a pitch high. Ball 1. Kisner got the first 2 hitters pretty easily. Walked the third one and gave up a base hit to the fourth one. That is inside 2-0, and he's behind. Tonkawa, Oklahoma, just down the street. He'll be headed south this fall to Rice. That's a good pitch in on the hands, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs, 1 run across. We're in the top of the first. That is a broken bat. Soft liner to the shortstop. Gonzalez tried to get it on one hop barehanded. Broutman laid out. That was kind of in no man's land. That will go as a base hit. So Hamill down to second. Kincaid will be at first. And that's his 5th hit of the tournament, and he'll need a new bat. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Garrett Wilkinson. Midland Community College did not play in game 1. He is the designated hitter today. And that's in there for a strike. Wilkinson out of San Antonio. He'll be a sophomore at Midland this next fall. And that is inside, just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Game 3 of 4. Northwest Arizona Boom took care of Waco in the first one. Liberal took care of Denver in the second one. That is bounced foul down the left side. One more ball game tonight, Derby and Mulvane. Those 2 clubs about 5 miles apart. Should be a good one. 1-2, 2 outs, 1 run across first and second. And the pitch. That is bounced foul. Good pitch there by Kisner. That was in on his hand. So throwing inside is something that Kisner doesn't mind doing. And he's been very effective at it so far. Pretty good crowd on hand for a Sunday afternoon. That is wide, just missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got about an hour and a half left on those $3 draft beers. They're on sale till 6 o'clock. If you're in the area, come on out. Have a cold one. Here's a 2-2. That is, swing. That is bounced into the Angels' dugout. The old knucklehead finder. Got to pay attention. Didn't hit anybody, but you just never know. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. That's in the dirt. Like he might have overthrown on that one a little bit. 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Kisner. Good velocity. He is going to be a dandy. Elite took care of Liberal in game 1. That is another, swing back into the dugout. Had him scattering. They play Wilkinson straight ahead, deep and left. Pretty deep in right. That is inside, and he'll walk him. Well, the second free pass issued by Kisner. Everybody will move up 90 feet. Looks like we're going to have a mound visit. Let you know a little bit about what's coming up tomorrow. Of course, $5 buck baseball. And it's the First Responders Day. So if you're a first responder, you get free admission. It's also Sedgwick County night. All of this is presented by KSN and the Kansas Children's Service League. Tuesday, we got a deal for you. That's 2 for Tuesdays. You can get a hot dog and a Pepsi for $2. You can't get that anywhere. Presented by Visit Wichita and the Mental Health Association of Southern Kansas. Well, that's the next 2 days of goodies. Here is Dylan Stump. Nobody loose in either bullpen. First pitch swinging. And he's behind the count 0-1. Stump 1 for 3 in game 1. UT San Antonio product. Left fielder today. Bases are loaded. Off-speed pitch floats outside. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. Only 1 base hit. That is in there for a strike at the letters. 1-2 now to Dylan Stump. Out of San Antonio, 6 foot, 165-pounder. And the 1-2 inside, blocked nicely by Richardson. That's an example of asking catchers to do a lot. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and they're loaded. That is wide, 3-2, no place to put him. 2 walks in the inning by Kisner. And runners will be off with the pitch. Here it is. That is down the left field line, foul. So Stump put a good swing on it. That was fouled by about 10 feet. Looks like there's some activity now. A couple of guys up in the Elite bullpen. And that is fouled back. 3-2 is fouled back.
Here's another Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Pinnacle Realty Group. Let's get you home. Go to their website. See WichitaHomes.com.
Count remains 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be off again. We're in the top of the first. 1 run across. Elite trying to get out of it. That is popped up. Looks like the first baseman not going to get there. That'll be over the head of Glover. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. And here comes the 3rd run. Throw to the plate is not in time. And 3 will score, and Stump will be in on a 110-foot triple. That one just got over the head of Grover. You couldn't have placed it any better than that. And 3 runs will score. And San Antonio takes an early 4-0 lead.
Catcher number 15, Spencer Lloyd.
That'll bring up the catcher. Will be Spencer Lloyd. 2 for 5 in game one. UT San Antonio product. So Wilkinson drives in 3. He had the bases loaded. 4-0 early, San Antonio. And the first pitch to Lloyd, the catcher, is in there for a strike. Local guy out of Newman. Comes from Fayetteville, Arkansas. That will get away from Richardson. Not far enough for Stump to score. So he is at Newman from Fayetteville. So this will be his home ballpark. He ought to know every inch of it by now. And the pitch. That is bounced to the third baseman. Brodman up with it on a couple of hops. Strong throw across, and he'll get him. So San Antonio will send 8 guys to the plate. They will get 4. We have played a half an inning, 4-0. San Antonio will be right back.
The city's not just built. It's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
Hey, make it out every Friday of the NBC World Series this year. All college students will get free admission into the NBC World Series and will be offering $3 16-ounce Natty Light cans.
And welcome back. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 3-1-6 Elite in the hole, 4-0. San Antonio gets 4 in the top of the first. Here's how the Elite will go. Blake Freeman will lead it off and play left field. Cade Gonzalez will be at shortstop. He will bat second. Corbin Lill will be in center field and bat third. And the cleanup man will be the third baseman, Andrew Brotman. Micah Glover will hit fifth and play first base. Caden Pearson will play second base and hit sixth. Hitting seventh will be Cameron Cox. He will be out in right field. Bryce Nittler will be the designated hitter. He will hit eighth, and rounding out the order will be Colton Richardson. He will do the catching tonight. Defensively, left or right in the outfield for San Antonio will be Stump, Bailey, and Collado. Diaz over at third, Wisniewski at short, Kincaid at second, Hamill over at first. Lloyd doing the catching, and on the mound from San Antonio and Blinn Community College, Richard Gilbert. First pitch to Blake Freeman is a ball. Freeman hitting .426 on the season, steps in from the left side, and he takes a strike. Freeman out of Bishop Carroll. Boy, they had a season this year. And a strike. 5'10", 180-pounder. Two balls and a strike. Bottom of the first. Nobody out, nobody on. And that is wide. 3-1. So Freeman in the driver's seat here. Able to set back and look for a spot. And a 3-1. That is low. And he'll walk him.
And there's Wichita Federal Credit Union, base on balls.
So Gilbert will walk the leadoff man.
Their services. They're a great choice for your personal financial needs, and most of all, passionate about helping our
That'll
members
bring up
achieve
Cade
their
Gonzalez.
financial goals. Shortstop number 9, Cade Gonzalez.
Gonzalez out of Ark City. Shortstop tonight. .397 on the season. That is low. Ball 1. Elite got a 9-3 win over Liberal in Game 1 Friday night. That is in the dirt. So Gilbert struggling with command early. Two balls and no strikes to the shortstop. Pretty good lead over there by Freeman. And that misses inside, 3-0. So command Gilbert. And a 3-0. That's going to catch the outside corner, 3-1. We have a great view of the plate. We're right over the top of it. We can see in and out very well. Up and down, not so much. And a 3-1. Swung on and missed. That might have been ball 4. Gonzalez had a good hack at it. This Elite team hitting .337 in the regular season. And a 3-2. That is low. Lloyd held it there for a second.
And there's another Wichita Federal
Mount
center fielder, number 33, Corbin Lill.
So back-to-back walks issued. First and second now for the Elite. Catcher out to talk to him a little. It'll be Corbin Lill out of Clearwater, 6 foot, 180-pounder, hitting .320. Good crowd filtering in. Looks like everybody wants to see the home team. That would be 316 Elite. First and second, nobody out. So Gilbert in a little bit of trouble here early. He has a 4-run lead, and he is having trouble finding the strike zone. That is wide. Ball 1 to Corbin Lill. One ball and in there. Strike at the belt, 1-1. When you're not around the plate, any kind of close pitch, you're not going to get, because umpire needs to be in a strike rhythm too. Shows bunt and takes a ball. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike now to Corbin Lill, Clearwater guy. Steps out, running through some signs. Got to wonder if he might be called upon to bunt again. First and second, nobody out. Freeman led it off with a walk, and so did Gonzalez. He followed right behind with the same thing. Swung on and missed. Good healthy cut there. He'll come up empty. 2-2. Wind still blowing in from left. They are shading Lill a little bit to pull. Left fielder on the line, close to it. That is good fastball at the knees, and Lill will go down looking.
Hey, don't strike out with other HVAC companies. Go to MidwestYork.com to find your nearest York heating and air conditioning dealer to get cooled off this summer.
One down now in the inning. Here is the cleanup guy, Andrew Brotman. Out of Arc City. First pitch to him is high and away, ball 1. Brotman hitting .319. He's over at third base tonight. And the 1-0. That just misses. That's a pitch. It might have gone the other direction had he been around the zone, but he has been all over the place. And a 2-0. That's in there at the knees. That's 2-1. (36-4-1). in the regular season. That's a backdoor fastball, 2-2. That just catches the inside corner. So pretty good cut fastball there from Gilbert. And 2-2. 1 out, runners at first and second. And the runners go. Throw down to second, not even close. And the double steal works.
Sponsored by Sam's Club. Don't forget to stop by the Sam's Club booth for special offers and prizes.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Runners up 90 feet. Second and third. Just 1 out. Angels get 4 in the top. They lead it 4-0. That is in the dirt. That'll bounce away from the catcher. And a run will score on the wild pitch. So Freeman will score on the wild pitch.
First baseman number 35, Micah Grover.
And Broutman will be down at first base with a walk. So 3 walks on the inning. Going to have a visit from the mound. And I don't doubt it. Nobody getting loose. He has pretty much thrown it everywhere except for the bull. Tomorrow, First Responders Day, so if you're a first responder, you get in free. How about that? Sedgwick County night. Honor all the Sedgwick County folks. Meeting is over. Short and sweet. I don't reckon it was too sweet, but it was short. Be the 5-hole man, Micah Grover. He is out of Cheney. Right-handed hitter, first and third. 279 on the season. He's the first baseman today. And the pitch. Good fastball. That's in there for a strike at 89. So maybe the San Antonio pitching coach lit a fire. We will see. First and third. 1 run across. Runner goes. Throw down. It's cut off. They go home. And he'll be thrown out for a mile. So Gonzalez tries to steal, or at least tries to go home on the steal to second base. Broutman down to second. He will steal it. Gonzalez out at home. Not sure the third base coach sent him. That will be a 1-4-2 put out. So 2 outs in the inning. And Broutman down to third. Two and one now to Grover. And the pitch right down the middle. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 1 run across. 4-1, Angels. That is in there for a call strike at the knees, and Grover will go down looking, and that'll do it. We have played 4-1 Angels. We'll be right back.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road. Endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
Calling all first responders. Make sure you make it out Monday, July 30th for our First Responders Tribute. All first responders will receive free admission into the NPC World Series, and family members will get in for $5.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th. Looks like 9-1 and 2 for San Antonio. It'll be Orlando Collado. He takes a first pitch high, ball 1. Looks like Kisner out for inning number 2. And the pitch, that is bounce foul, 1-1. So San Antonio gets 4 in the top of the first. They send 8 men to the plate. That is a little soft liner. That'll get over the head of Pearson. And Collado is aboard. So the 9-hole man gets a base hit.
Shortstop, number 11, Jack Wisniewski.
Top of the order now, here is Jack Wisniewski. Looks like that Orlando Collado is coming up a little bit lame over at first base. Looked a little funny coming out of the box. Trainer is out, and looks like that he is going to be fine. So Collado will stay in the baseball game. Jack Wisniewski, he is 0 for 1. He bounced out to the pitcher. First time out of Trinity. Left-handed hitter, shows bunt, and takes a ball inside. So Kisner throws about 38 pitches in inning number 1. Not exactly his M.O. That is popped up. Pearson going back. That will fall just beyond him. So that was in no man's land too. Lil unable to come up and make the play. And first and second. Neither one of those balls were hit very hard, but they both had eyes. So Ian Bailey now, 0 for 1 also out of Grambling. 2 for 4 in the series. And a good change of pace there from Kisner. And Bailey way out ahead of it. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Collado led it off with a base hit followed by Wisniewski. And that is high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. .26 strikes, 23 balls for Kisner. That is bounce foul down the left side. It's a good catch by a fan after a couple of hops. Young man has a souvenir. Got to pay attention if you're going to sit in the first row. Like about 4 or 5 7th graders. No good can come from that. Here's 1 and 2. That is down the left field line, foul. He turned on it, but foul. .80 here at the ballpark. Wind blowing in from left about 10 to 15. Oh, very pleasant. That is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 84th edition of the NBC tournament, powered by Westar. Todd, Chris, and Vern bringing it to you. And a 2-2 to Bailey. That's bounced back to the pitcher. He goes to third for 1. Back to first in time. And the Elite will turn it.
The Surgery and Recovery Center double play. Elective Surgery Specialty Hospital located in Wichita, offering your family a safe, simple,
Just like that, 2 outs. Collado is erased at third. runner at second base now. That will be Wisniewski. Jose Diaz at the plate with 2 outs. That's the pitcher's best friend there. Diaz reached on a walk and scored in the first. And that's high. 2 balls and no strike. Looks like the catcher and the third baseman are going to go out and talk to him. Out of Converse, Texas. Not sure where OLLU is, but he will be a junior. Anybody listening in knows where that is? Tweet us at Hook Bats. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. That is on the outside corner. 2-1. Gets away from the pitcher. That's why, boys and girls, you always back that throw back to the pitcher. Actually, you ought to have some place to go on every play. Sometimes on pop-ups, we want the pitchers to go sit down until the play's over. And the 2-1, that's in on his hands, bounced foul. Two and two, 2 outs. And Kisner gonna step off and start over. Looks like Diaz went on ahead and squared, but we'll see what's gonna happen here. 2-2. That is a little flare into right field. Fair. That'll get down. 1 run will score. And it looks like Diaz around second. He will go to third. And he's in there. Throw was to the home plate side of third base. Looks like the tag was applied. Broutman, the third baseman, unable to hold on to it, but Wisniewski scores. And that will make it 5-1 San Antonio. That was another one of those Texas Leaguers, as they would call them. That will be his first base hit of the ball game and an RBI. Actually, that will be a triple. Looks like we're going to have a mound visit. Remember, tomorrow is First Responders Day. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. Later on tonight at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a B-17 flyover. That will be Doc. That is the restored B-17. It has been restored right here in Wichita. Today's play is presented by KFDI and Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And that's going to be all for Kisner. We'll let you know who it is in just a moment. Looks like they're going to go with a right-hander. Really good music at the ballpark during this game. Some classic country and Living on Tulsa Time. Looks like it'll be Noah Sizemore out of Mays. Boy, he's a big feller. 6'1", 175. So he will come in after an inning and 2/3. He will take over for Kisner, who started it and has given up 5. Runner at third base is his responsibility. Well, we just got a tweet. We have found out that Jose Diaz is from the University of Lady of the Lake. So we appreciate that tweet. Thank you so much. Now that is where Jose Diaz is from. He just tripled. Good hustle play by him. He was running all the way. He got that triple out of the box. Ball hit in right field just near the line and had a lot of spin on it, and it headed south in a hurry. That allowed him to get over to third base. Sizemore, 38 innings of work. This last summer, he gave up 20 hits, 16 runs, 10 of which were earned. Struck out 39, walked 21. And he was 7-0, 1.84 ERA. So good numbers for Noah Sizemore. He will come on here in the second inning. And the first pitch to Nick Hamill. That is in the stands, foul, 0-1. So a good start for Sizemore. And the 0-1. That is to the right side. Diving play by Pearson. He will knock it down, come up with it, and throw to first to end the inning. So Sizemore comes in and does a job, gets a ground out. San Antonio is going to strand one. They get one. They now lead it 5-1. We've played 1.5. We'll be back.
If we really put everything in our name that we do, it would look like this. Professional mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, telecommunications, civil, transportation, aviation, water, wastewater, energy, land development, planning, field services, survey, geotechnical, materials testing, inspection, 3D scanning, air and water balance, engineering consultants.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys there. I was just checking out the NBC World Series' new app. You can find this app at the App Store. All you need to do is type in NBCWS to be caught up on all things NBC World Series.
NBC World Series, it all happens here.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second, we go 6, 7, and 8 for the Elite. They have some work to do. They trail San Antonio 5-1. Pearson, Cox, and Nittler scheduled.
Elite, second baseman number 1, Caden Pearson.
Here is Caden Pearson, the second baseman. First pitch to him. That's in there for a strike at 87. 269 hitter on the season. Out of Valley Center. That's inside. A lot of good baseball players in this area. 1 ball and 1 strike. That is sprayed foul down the right side. That'll be over the beer garden into the playground.
Pinnacle Realty Group. Check out their website, cwichitahomes.com.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Pearson. And the pitch. That is wide. Gilbert out for inning number 2. Like about 30 pitches through inning number 1. And a 2-2. That's off to Hands. Soft liner. That'll get over the head of Kincaid into right field for a base hit. So the Elite with something cooking here in the bottom of the second. Bring up Cameron Cox out of Heston. Cox, the right fielder tonight, hitting .351 on the season. Checking some signs. He'll step in there with a runner at first base and nobody out. Pretty good lead over there by Pearson. And the pitch. That is in there for a strike on the inside corner. 316 faithful, not so sure. They would like a second opinion. No balls and a strike. They play him to pull. That's inside. That'll get away from the catcher Lloyd. And Pearson will be down to second on the pass ball. That was not in the dirt. Looked like he might have crossed him up. A ball and a strike now to Cameron Cox. Runner at second base. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, nobody out. Pearson led it off with a flare into right field. And he's at second base on the passed ball. So Gilbert steps towards second and chases Pearson back. Nittler will be next. And the 1-2. Off-speed pitch misses inside, dug out by Lloyd. And Pearson unable to advance. 5 hits for the Angels, only 1 for the Elite. That is sprayed foul down the right side, 2-2.
Foul ball. Check out their website, cwichitahomes.com.
2 balls and 2 strikes, runner at second base, nobody out. That is off speed. That's off the glove again of Lloyd. That'll be the second pass ball of the inning. Not his best day behind the plate. So Pearson down to third base. So the Elite with runner at third base and nobody out. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it for Cox.
It'll strike out this summer with other heating air brands. Choose Wichita's hometown brand, York. Visit Midwest York.
One down on the inning. Here is Bryce Nittler.
Designated hitter number 15, Bryce Nittler.
Nittler out of Arc City. 349 on the season. And he takes a fastball right down the middle, 0-1. Good velocity on that one from Gilbert. And that's high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 is high. 2-1. 19 strikes and 22 balls for Gilbert. Not exactly the type of command you're looking for, but he does have a 5-1 lead. That's inside. 3-1 now to Nittler. Nittler in the designated hitter spot today. Nate Hungate getting loose in the 3-1-6 bullpen, and that'll be a walk to Nittler.
Catcher number 12, Colton Richardson.
First and third. Here is the 9-hole man, Colton Richardson, the catcher. Richardson out of Valley Center. And hitting 303. Takes a pitch inside. And Gilbert has lost command. Gotta wonder what's going through a guy's head with the wind blowing in, a wood bat, and a 4-run lead. And that is sprayed foul. And 1-1.
There's another Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Pinnacle Realty Group, let's get you home. Check out the website at cwichitahomes.com.
Derby and Mulvane will be next. And he shows bunt and takes a strike. Throw down to first, not in time. Frank Martinez will have it for you. 1-2. Richardson hitting in the 9 spot, doing the catching. First and third. That's inside. That'll get away from the catcher. A run will score. That'll be Pearson. And it's now 5-2 San Antonio. So Nittler down. That will be a wild pitch. So at least 2 wild pitches and 2 pass balls in the first inning and a third. 5-2 now, San Antonio. It's 2-2. That is foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's a 2-2. That is through the right side for a base hit. They will hold the runner. The throw is cut off. A good call over there at third base by the coach. Collado up with it very quickly in right field. That would have been an out at the plate for sure. So Richardson aboard with a base hit. Runners at first and third now. Top of the order, Blake Freeman now. Walked and scored in the first. Did steal a base. 5-2 now. Angels with a 3-run lead. First pitch is low and away. Ball 1. Boy, Lloyd looks real uncertain on every receive, on every seat he makes back behind the plate. And the 1-0. That is in there for a strike. Pretty good spot, 1-1. Both starters struggling with command. Kisner made it an inning and 2/3 before he was relieved. And the 1-1. That is sprayed foul.
Here's another Pinnacle Realty Group. Foul ball. Pinnacle Realty Group. Let's get you home. Check the website.
Ball and 2 strikes to Blake Freeman. Out of Bishop Carroll. And the 1-2 runner goes. That'll get away from the catcher Lloyd, and a run will score. So Nittler will score. And Richardson down to third, and here come the Elite. That was another pass ball. That was off the glove of Lloyd. So Lloyd struggling behind the plate. So I've got 3 pass balls and a wild pitch, and we're through an inning and a third. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Freeman. That is wide. Good take there. 3-2. Cade Gonzalez will be next. 2 runs across so far, 5-3 now, Angels. Elite with a runner at third base with 1 out. That is bounced to the right side. That'll get the run home. Second baseman Kincaid up with it. Over to first, just in time. Freeman runs well, but he is retired, and he will be credited with an RBI. So Richardson scores, and now it is 5-4. So the Angels cling to a 1-run lead. Here is Cade Gonzalez. Walked and was put out at the, I believe that was at the plate. Yes, he was thrown out at the plate. And he takes inside, ball 1. That is bounced through the middle. Wisniewski will get it. And get him just by an eyelash. So Wisniewski feels that one behind the bag, throws on the run, and just gets him. But the damage has been done. The Elite get 3. We have played 2 innings. It's now 5-4 Angels. We'll be right back.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
Welcome back. Top of the third we go. 5-4 now. Angels, they cling to a one-run lead. 5, 6, and 7 for San Antonio. Kincaid, Wilkinson, and Stump. And Kincaid takes a strike. Sizemore out for his second inning of work. Only faced one batter in the second. That is inside, ball one. And that is driven to left. Freeman going back near the track and will haul it in on the run. So good catch out and left by Freeman. Ball was absolutely blistered. It would have been possibly out of here any other day, but the wind blowing in today held it in there. So the leadoff man is retired. One down. Garrett Wilkerson now out of Midland Community College. First pitch is inside, ball one. Designated hitter today, walked and scored in the first.
That's a Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Pinnacle Realty Group, let's get you home. See which
And he fouls that one back, 1-1. So Dylan Stump will be next. And that is low. 2 balls and a strike. And a 2-1. That is fouled back. Good fastball there from Sizemore. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the third. Lead is now 1. Angels lead at 5-4. That is foul back to the right. Two and 2 now to Garrett Wilkerson. Did not play in game 1. Off-speed pitch. That is into left field, just over Gonzalez. Able to pull his hands in a little bit, get enough barrel on it to get it out into the outfield. So that's a 1-out base hit for Wilkinson. And Dylan Stump. He had a 3 RBI triple in the first. He is 1 for 1. So that would be 2 for 4 for the tournament. He lays down a bunt, perfect bunt down the the third base line. Sizemore over to get it, but he won't have time to get him, so that'll be a base hit for Stump.
Number 15, Spencer Lloyd.
So first and second now. Excellent bunt by Dylan Stump. Spencer Lloyd now doing the catching. He's 0 for 1 out of Newman. First and second. They play him to pull. And that is wide, ball one. A lot of room in right center. Lil is shading him to the left side. That is low, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. And a pitch. Sprayed foul down the right side. 2-1. And a 2-1 inside. 3-1. San Antonio gets 4 in the first and 1 in the second. Sizemore out to try to slow that down a bit. That misses low.
Here's a Wichita Federal Credit Union.
And they're loaded. Wilkinson down to third, Stump down to second, and Lloyd is down at first. Orlando Collado now. He is 1 for 1. So 1 for 5 for the tournament out of NOC Tonkawa. First pitch swinging, and that is foul down the right side.
Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Let's get you home with Pinnacle Realty Group. Check out the website, cwichitahomes.com.
No balls and a strike. And here it is. That is caught by the shortstop. That would be Gonzalez. Makes a sliding catch, flips to the second baseman, Pearson. It was there in time. Pearson unable to hang on, and Collado will reach on the fielder's choice and will be credited with an RBI. So Wilkinson will score, and everybody else will move up. They are still loaded. Top of the order now, here is Jack Wisniewski. Looks like Ryan Dempsey will run for Collado.
Your attention now, pitch running at first base for San Antonio, number 12, Ryan Ramsey.
My golly, that is Ryan Ramsey. My apologies. Here is Wisniewski, 1 for 2, a run scored in the second out of Trinity. Bases are loaded, 1 run across. And the pitch. And is in there for a strike. Good spot from Sizemore. And he's ahead 0-1. So 6-4 now, San Antonio. And they're still loaded with 2 outs. That is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Game 3 of 4 today. That is inside. 2-1 now to the leadoff man, Wisniewski. Bounced out in the first and singled in the second. And a 2-1. That is sprayed foul down the left side. Two now. Sizemore back healthy in the count. See if he can make a pitch, get him out of it. At least get a ground ball. That is sprayed foul down the left side. The lead has already turned a double play this game to get out of some trouble. And a 2-2. That is foul.
Here's another Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Let's get you home with Pinnacle Realty Group. Check out the website, cwichitahomes.com.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to the leadoff guy, Jack Wisniewski. And the pitch. That is into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score. That is picked up rather quickly. 2 runs will score. And Wisniewski in with a double. So 2 RBIs for him. He is down at second base. And Ramsey down to third. And that's 2 runs again. Well, now 8-4 San Antonio. Looks like going to have a visit to the mound. Don't forget later on tonight, still got time to get out here. During the national anthem for the 7 o'clock game, we'll have a flyover by Doc, the historic B-17 that was restored right here in Wichita. And tomorrow, First Responders Day. So if you're a first responder, you get in free tomorrow. How about that? And it's Sedgwick County night tomorrow, sponsored by KSN and the Children's Services League.
Center fielder, number 34, Ian Bailey.
Here is Ian Bailey. He is out of Grambling. Hitless today, 0 for 2. So he is 2 for 5 for the tournament. He will step in from the right side. He's your center fielder today, second and third. 3 runs across so far for San Antonio. And the pitch. That is right down the middle. Strike 1. So Sizemore paints the outside corner, actually. No balls and a strike. And that's in the dirt. That's blocked nicely by Richardson. That saved a run right there. San Antonio out of the Central Texas Collegiate League. A ball and no strikes. And that's in the dirt, 2-0. Looks like Nate Hungate getting loose. That is popped up right side. Grover over near the fence, and he'll run out of room. That's about 3 rows back. Two balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, second and third. Long inning for the 3-1-6 Elite. 1-0 in the tournament. That is driven to center. Lil over and to his right. He will come in and catch it. Runner tags, throw to the plate, not in time. Throw was a little bit up the line, but looks like the runner and the ball got there just about the same time. So good throw from Lil. He came through that one perfectly, but not in time. So that'll be 2 outs.
Jose Diaz.
Another run across. So Ramsey will score, and that'll make it 9-4. Runner at second base. That'll be Wisniewski. Here is Jose Diaz. That is fisted. Little soft liner to the first baseman. Lost it in the sun. Flips to the pitcher. That gets away, and another run will score. So Wisniewski will come around and score. And Diaz will reach on the error. Looks like Grover was looking right into the sun. And the 9th man to bat in the order, this will be Nick Hamill. Hamill 1 for 2 today. 2 for 7 in the series. And he takes the ball low. So things unraveling for the Elite. San Antonio really hasn't hit the ball that hard. Just a lot of, that is just past the outstretched arms of Grover into right field. run around third, and he will score. So Hamill with his second base hit of the game. And we will bat around.
Second baseman number 1, Ryan Kincaid.
So Diaz will score from first. And that will make it 11-4. Here is Ryan Kincaid. He flew out to lead off the inning about 25 minutes ago. He flew out to left field. He takes a strike. Runner goes, and he'll steal it.
And that's stolen base brought to you by Sam's Club, where this week you can get $10 gift card and up to $200.
Richardson unable to find the handle.
For renewed membership.
Probably would have had a shot at throwing him out. Richardson has a very strong arm. So now the runner at third base with 2 outs. That is bounced to the right side. Pearson up with it. Over to first in time, and that'll do it. So 10-man bat in the order. And San Antonio gets 6. And we have played 2.5. They lead it now 11-4. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We go to the home half of the third. 3, 4, and 5 for the Elite. They have some work to do. They trail the San Antonio Angels 11-4. 6-run top of the third for the Angels. Corbin Lill now. It'll be Lill, Brotman, and Grover. Here is Corbin Lill, 0 for 1 today. That is inside, ball 1. Lill, a strikeout victim in the first. 320 in the regular season out of Clearwater. And that is in there for a strike on the inside corner. Gilbert out for inning number 3. Gave up 1 run in the first and 3 in the second. That is high. Command is an issue for Gilbert. Looks like about 60 pitches for him through 2 innings. Swung on and missed. Pitch out of the strike zone. And Lill, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 9 hits for the Angels, just 2 for the Elite. This is way out of the ordinary for them. That hit him, I think. Looked like it hit him. So Lill not showing any signs of being hit by a pitch, so it's 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. That is fouled off. That got a piece of Lloyd. Bounces right back to the pitcher. Catcher's taking a beating back there. Game 3 of 4. Arizona took care of Waco in game 1. And a 3-2. That's a broken bat. 1 hopper up the middle. And Wisniewski gets it barehanded, throws over to first, and Lill beats it out. So the Elite have something cooking here in the bottom of the third. So good hustle by Lil. He will be down at first base. Ball had a lot of English on it. Wisniewski barehanded it and threw across, not in time. Andrew Brotman now out of Arc City. Walked in the first and was stranded. First pitch swinging and fouls it back.
That foul ball courtesy of Petticoat Realty Group. Petticoat Realty Group, let's get you home. Check out the website, see WichitaHomes.com.
Wind is calm now at the ballpark. 82 degrees, not much, couldn't get much better than this. And the 0-1, runner goes, swung on and missed. And the throw is to the first base side. And Lil will steal it.
And that solo base, courtesy of Sam's Club.
Not sure Lil knew where it went.
Almost everything from SamsClub.com.
Throw wasn't even close.
For more detail.
So Lil in scoring position. Elite trail the Angels 11-4. They need all the base runners they can get. 0-2 now to Brotman. And that is bounced foul. In on his hands, but too close to take. And he bought it off. Count remains 0-2. Game 2, Liberal took care of Denver. And we're 11-4 here in Game 3. Swung on and missed. That was a good cut fastball from Gilbert, and that'll do it for Brotman.
HVAC companies, go to MidwestYork.com. Find out your nearest York heating and air conditioning dealer to get you cooled off this summer.
So one out now in the inning. Here is Micah Grover out of Cheney. 0 for 1 today, strikeout victim. Runner goes. And he will steal it without a throw. Good jump over there by Lil.
Courtesy of Sam's Club, the only place where you can get 600 generic prescriptions for $10 or less.
So Gilbert not taking a second look, trying to get the runner stopped. And Elite will take advantage of it. And that is on the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one out. That is popped foul. 1-2. Grover hitting .279 on the season over at first base today. One and two. Gilbert with a look. Here it is. And that was kind of a half-hearted swing. He swings through it. 4 strike 3. Looked like a little bit fooled on the pitch. And that'll be out number 2. Fourth strikeout of the game for Gilbert. He has a chance to get out of an inning unscathed if he can get Pearson. Here's Caden Pearson out of Valley Center. And that is low and inside, ball 1. Pearson 1 for 1. And scored a run in the second. 1-0. That's inside, almost hit him. Had to do a little dance. 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. That is fouled back. Boy, Pearson had a good hack at that one. 2-1. 11-4, San Antonio. Elite got 1 in the first and 3 in the second. They're threatening here with a runner at third base here in the third. And that missed inside. 3-1. So Pearson now with the advantage. He can look for a spot, something to drive. And the pitch. That is inside. He'll walk him. So first and third now for the Elite.
The FCU is owned and controlled by the people who use their services. We're a great great choice for your personal financial needs, and most of all, we're passionate about helping our members achieve their financial goals.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Looks like Corey Hahn.
Pinch hitting for 316. Number 23, Corey Hahn.
Corey Hahn out of Campus High School. He is a Colt. I know this guy very well. Excellent ball player. He will hit for Cox here in the third. And he takes the pitch low, ball one. And a 1-0. That is fisted foul. And that'll go 1-1 now to Corey Hahn.
Let's get you home. Check out the website, cwichitahomes.com for details.
Not showing him on the regular roster of stats. He must have been a late addition. And he takes a strike. Runner down to second. Looks like they're going to try to get in a pickle, maybe score a run. Runner at second is hung up. Throw to third. Now they have the runner at third in the rundown. And they will tag him out for out number 3. So the Elite take a gamble. Try to catch San Antonio not paying attention, and that'll do it. So we've played 3. Angels 11, 316 Elite 4. We will be right back.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Hey, make it out every Friday of the NBC World Series this year. All college students will get free admission into the NBC World Series and will be offering $3 16-ounce Natty Light cans.
At Davis Moore, we pride ourselves on our ability to provide a safe and reliable driving experience to all of our customers. When we say that safety is our top priority, we mean it. That's why every single one of our pre-owned vehicles goes through a 171-point inspection before it ever goes on our lot. And with our Davis Moore 360 guarantee, you can drive forever, worry-free. So let us prove to you that we have the best car care and best customer experience, and why nobody beats a Davis Moore deal. Come by any one of our 5 Davis Moore locations or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
And welcome back. Top of the fourth we go. 11-4 Angels over the Elite. 6, 7, and 8 scheduled for San Antonio. It'll be Wilkinson, Stump, and Lloyd. Here is Garrett Wilkinson. And the first pitch from Sizemore, high and in, ball 1. Wilkinson 1 for 1. Couple of runs scored out of Midland Community College. And that's low and away, 2-0. Pitch number 40 coming for Sizemore since coming in the game in the second. That swung on and missed. Strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. Corey Hahn now playing right field for the Elite out of Campus High School. And the 2-1. That is into left field for a solid base hit. So Wilkinson will lead it off with a base hit here in the fourth.
Left fielder number 26, Dylan Stump.
That'll bring up Dylan Stump. Bat is on fire, 2 for 2 today. So he is 3 for 5 in the series out of University of Texas, San Antonio. Singled and scored in the third, singled and was stranded in the first. That is a soft liner. That'll just get under the glove of Gonzalez. We'll see how they score it.
Catcher number 15, Spencer Lloyd.
That would have been a tough play. Gonzalez was playing more up the middle. And that will go as a base hit. First and second, nobody out. Here is Spencer Lloyd, the catcher. 0 for 1 today. Walked and scored a run in the third. And that's wide, ball 1. Lloyd out of Newman. And the 1-0. Thought about it. And looks like he checked his swing. 2 balls and no strikes. And it swung on, and that is fouled. I think that got a piece of the umpire. 2-1 now. Spencer Lloyd, Newman University from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Actually, that got a piece of the catcher. That is Richardson. He is out there. He is crouched down on the mound. That was one of those that was fouled straight down and came back up. And not all protective gear covers everything a guy needs covered. That's about as far as I can go on that one without calling in a physician. One more game to follow after this one. I believe Steve Strain will have it for you. That'll be Derby and Mulvane. Looks like they're going to, well, I thought they were going to call the trainer out. Richardson still trying to shake it off. Boy, these catchers are tough customers, I can tell you that. Later on tonight, we'll have a flyby by the B-17 Doc. That'll be during the national anthem of the next game. If you're in the area, you want to come out, you don't want to miss that. Looks like they're going to get him some water. Coach is out, umpires out, infielders are in. Looks like they've got plenty of consultation. The $3 Budweiser draws will end in about 19 minutes. So if you're in the area and want a cold one, you better get out here in a hurry. No drinking and driving, though. So Richardson is now up on one knee. Every ball player in the building can identify. Wind appears to be picking back up from the north. Tomorrow's First Responders Day. All first responders get in free Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday. And $5 buck baseball. On Tuesday, you can get a hot dog and a Pepsi for $2. And Tuesday is presented by Visit Wichita and the Mental Health Association of Central Kansas. Nothing better for your mental health than a little baseball and a discounted hot dog and a Pepsi. Looks like Richardson will come out. Let you know who it is. Can't really see his number. So it looks like it'll be Bryce Nittler. So he will come in and do the catching. So Nittler was the designated hitter. He will now do the catching. He is taking a few warm-up tosses, getting his arm loose. He'll throw one down. And we will be ready to go. We certainly hope Richardson is going to be okay. He is a tough customer. what I can see, he is now laying down on the bench, having a glass of water. He is setting up now, so looks like he is going to be okay. And those catchers take a beating. Spencer Lloyd is still at the plate, 2-1 to him. First and second. Wilkinson over at second, Stump at first. Both of them base hits. Both runners go. Throw down to second. Not in time. So San Antonio taking advantage of the new catcher. And the double steal is successful. Lloyd now with a chance to add to the lead. 11-4 Angels. We're in the top of the fourth. Infield is going to come in. Second and third. That is one of those 55-footers. And that'll be a walk to Spencer Lloyd. 9-hole man. This will be Ramsey.
Right fielder number 12, Ryan Ramsey.
So Ryan Ramsey will hit. Looks like we're going to have a visit from the mound. So Ramsey in there. He took over for Orlando Collado. This will be his first plate appearance. He took over for Collado in the third. After Collado reached on a fielder's choice, and that's going to be all for Sizemore. Well, Sizemore will be relieved here in the top of the fourth with no outs. I'll let you know who the new guy is as soon as we can see a number.
Your attention now pitching for the 3-1-6 elite, number 5, Nate Hungate.
Looks like it'll be Nate Hungate, 6'1", 160-pound right-hander out of Capon Mount Carmel High School. He will come in here in the fourth. So Hungate is the third pitcher of the ball game for the 3-1-6 elite. Hungate with a busy summer, 45 innings of work. He's given up 37 hits, 20 runs, 15 of which were earned. 19 walks, 36 strikeouts. And he was 5-2 with a 2.33 ERA. So he'll come on to try to slow down the San Antonio Angels with nobody out. And the bases loaded. So the 3 runners on base will be Sizemore's responsibility. Hungate will face Ramsey, and this will be Ramsey's first plate appearances. Ramsey out of Colleyville, Texas. Also Lady of the Lake University, and he will wear that one. So a hit by pitch and an RBI for Ramsey. And 1 run will score. So Wilkinson will score, and that'll make it 12-4.
Shortstop number 11, Jack Wisniewski.
Top of the order now for San Antonio. It'll be Jack Wisniewski. 2 for 3 today. 3 for 6 for the tournament. First pitch swing, pop foul down the left side.
Here's another Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Pinnacle Realty Group. Let's get you home. Check out the website, cwichitahomes.com.
No balls and a strike, still no outs. This is the 5th man to bat in the order. Way out of character for the elite. And that is up the middle. Pitcher up with it to home for one, back to first, double play. So a good play by the Elite. So one out now in the inning. Wisniewski and Stump is erased. So 2 outs now. Here is Elon Bailey. That was big for the Elite. They can get out of this thing with just 1 run. Down 12-4. They'll need all the outs they can get. That is low, ball 1. Bailey out of Grambling, hitless today. 2 for 6 in the series. And the 1-0. That is a soft ground ball to the shortstop. Gonzalez up with it, throws a strike to first, and they'll do it. So we have played 3.5. San Antonio gets 1, but they strand 2. And score now 12-4. San Antonio will be right back.
Won't you come dream with me now? Yeah, Tracy got a beautiful dream. Won't you come follow me now? Yeah, won't you come dream with me now?
Calling all first responders. Make sure you make it out Monday, July 30th for our First Responders Tribute. All first responders will receive free admission into the NPC World Series, and family members will get in for $5.
Welcome back to historic Lawrence Dumont Stadium, 84th NBC. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 12-4 San Antonio. 7, 8, and 9 for the Elite. It will be Hahn, Nittler, and Richardson.
Right fielder number 23, Corey Hahn.
Hahn in for Cameron Cox. And he takes a pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Corey Hahn out of campus. 2-0 inside. Looks like Gilbert is going to go 3 straight balls to Corey Hahn. Got him at almost 90 pitches, so got to wonder just how much is left in the tank. 3-0 now. That is in there for a call strike, 3-1. Hahn still in the driver's seat. Can look for a pitch. Something to drive. Need base runners. Down 12-4. That is fouled back. He had a good hack at that one. And a 3-2. That is sprayed foul down the right side. That'll scatter him down there in the beer garden. I think the folks down there are finding out there is no screen. No screen plus poor reaction time. That's a bad combination. 3-2 now to Hahn. That is in there for a call strike. That one caught the inside corner. And that'll do it. 1 down. Here is Bryce Nittler now doing the catching.
Catcher number 15, Bryce Nittler.
Nittler walked and scored in the second. First pitch to him from Gilbert. That is high and away. Count is 1-0. Nittler out of Ark City. And the 1-0. That'll miss inside. 2-0. Command still not very good for Gilbert, but he does have a 12-4 lead. That is in the dirt. 3-0. So 47 strikes and 45 balls for Gilbert. Not exactly the ball-to-strike ratio they're looking for, but they're going to ride him as long as possible. And Nittler walks on 4 straight balls. So Nittler is aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Elite trails by 8. And a pitch. Here is Nate Hungate. He will hit from the left side. Doing the pitching now. And that is in there for a strike. Two at-bats on the season for Hungate. That is in there for a strike on the outside corner. He is hitless. Has driven in a run. 1-2. Swung on and missed. That'll do it for Hungate, and that is out number 2.
Left fielder, number 4, Blake Freeman.
7th strikeout of the ball game for Richard Gilbert. Top of the order. Blake Freeman now. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch swinging. He swings through it, strike 1. Elite got the 9-3 win over Liberal on Friday. Freeman hitting .426 in the regular season. That is in the dirt. Blocked by Lloyd, but by the time he could corral it, Nittler was down to second. That will be a wild pitch. Between the wild pitches and the pass balls, guys got to wonder just how in the world the Angels are winning this ball game. That is up the middle. That'll be a base hit. They will send the runner. He is around third. It will not be cut off. And that will get by the catcher. That will be a base hit and an RBI for Freeman. So Nittler will score.
Shortstop number 9, Cade Gonzalez.
And Freeman down to second base, and the throw went through. So ball really should have been cut off. Not sure if Lloyd communicated to the first baseman. The first baseman let it go, and it goes to the screen. Here is Cade Gonzalez. And the pitch, first pitch swinging, and he fouls it back, strike 1. No balls and a strike, 2 outs. Elite get one here in the bottom of the 4th. 12-5 now, San Antonio. Runner goes, and it looks like they're going to have him picked off. And that'll do it. So Freeman is picked off at second base. And we have played 4. Elite gets 1. They strand 1. 12-5 now. We'll be right back.
sorry, I didn't see you guys there. I was just checking out the NBC World Series' new app. You can find this app at the App Store. All you need to do is type in NBCWS to be caught up on all things NBC World Series.
NBC World Series, it all happens here.
Welcome back, top of the fifth. San Antonio leads at 12-5. Elite gets one in the bottom of the fourth. 3, 4, and 5 for San Antonio. Hungate out for inning number 2. Diaz, Hamill, and Kincaid scheduled. And the first pitch to Diaz. That's in there for a strike. Out of Our Lady of the Lake University. And a pitch to him. That's a good off-speed pitch from Hungate. That'll catch the inside corner, 0-2. Diaz tripled in the second. He is 1 for 2. Couple of runs scored. Did walk in the first and scored. 0-2 in the dirt. Diaz not biting. One ball and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the fifth. San Antonio with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and a big inning in the third. That is fouled into the beer garden. 6 innings in, 6 runs in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 12-5 Angels. 1 and 2 now to Diaz. Off-speed pitch just misses outside. Much to the delight of the Elite faithful. 2 and 2. And that is outside. Good fastball at 82. Pretty close, too close to take for sure with 2 strikes. So good take there by Diaz. 3 and 2. That is bounced to the shortstop. That'll get under the glove of Gonzalez.
First baseman, number 40.
So Diaz will reach on the air. I'm thinking if Gonzalez comes up with that, he throws him out. So a runner at first and nobody out. Here's Nick Hamill. They do indeed call that an error. And the runner goes. And he's down to second without a throw. So Diaz steals it. So Hungate didn't check the runner very well. And Diaz down to second without a throw. So another runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Angels. Wind freshening out of the north, still blowing in from left field. And the 0-1. That is lifted to center. Lil in a few steps. And he will haul it in. Not deep enough to advance. So that'll be out number 1.
Second baseman number 1, Ryan Kincaid.
One out here is Ryan Kincaid. Kincaid out of Tarleton State. Bounced out in the third. Flew out in the also in the third. So he batted twice in the third. That's when the club batted around. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kincaid 4 for 4 in game number 1. He is 0 for 3 today. That's in there for a strike. Good spot there from Hungate. And 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second base reached on an error and stole the base. And the 1-1 swung on and missed. Good change of pace there from Hungate. And Kincaid out ahead of it. One and two now. To the second baseman, Kincaid. And time is called. Kincaid back in there, and the runner goes. That is bounced foul. So another good jump over there by Diaz. Maybe a second look by Hungate may alleviate that. One and two now. And the pitch. That's in there on the inside corner. Good location from Hungate. And Kincaid will go down looking for out number two.
Your nearest York Heating Air Conditioning dealer to get you cooled off this summer. The designated hitter number 4, Garrett Wilkinson.
Bring up the designated hitter, Garrett Wilkinson. He is 2 for 2 with a walk and 3 runs scored out of Midland. Runner at second base. And he takes a big hack. That is swung on and bounced foul. No balls and a strike to Wilkinson. Hungate trying to get his club off the field with no further damage. That is a soft liner to the third baseman. And that'll be Brotman. He will get it on the short hop and touch the base runner going by, and that'll do it. So it looks like the Angels will strand one for the first time today. And we have played 4.5, 12-5 San Antonio. We'll be right back.
The city's not just built, it's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
Five Guys is proud to support the NBC World Series. Use our app for quick orders or drop by any Wichita area Five Guys for great hamburgers and cheeseburgers with hand-cut fries made fresh daily for you.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth we go. New arm for San Antonio. Justin Lewis, a left-hander out of Midland Community College by way of Saxe, Texas. He will come in and relieve Richard Gilbert, who went 4 innings, gave up 5 runs and 4 hits. First pitch to Cade Gonzalez. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Gonzalez, Lil, and Brotman. That is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a walk. And that is in there for a strike. Gonzalez out of Arc City, 2-1 now to him. Lewis, a very quick worker. That is lifted. Right center, right fielder, Collado. Actually, that will be
Center fielder, number 33, Corbin Lill.
Actually, that will be Ramsey. He will come in to make the play. So, 1 up and 1 down for the Elite. They trail it 12-5. Here is Corbin Lill. And the first pitch is wide. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. It's in there for a strike. Elite with some work to do. Not used to being down 12-5, I can imagine. That is high and away. 2-1 now. So Justin Lewis out of Saxe takes over for Gilbert. Try to slow down the Elite. Looks like things going a little bit fast for Corbin Lill. And rightfully so. He asked for time. And a 2-1. That is in the dirt. 3-1. So Corbin Lill look for a pitch to drive right here. Hitting .320 on the season. Out of Clearwater, 1 for 2 today. That is low, and that'll be a 1-out walk to Corbin Lill.
Based on balls. WFCU is owned and controlled by the people who use their services. For a great choice for your personal financial needs.
And the cleanup man, Andrew Brotman. Third baseman out of Arc City.
Third baseman number 6, Andrew Brotman.
0 for 1. Strikeout victim in the third, walked in the first. And the pitch to him is wide. Ball 1. One ball and no strikes to Brotman. .319 on the season. A lot of room in right center. Looks like they're going to have him picked off. Looks like Corbin Lill was leaning, and Lewis picked him off. So Lill will be erased for out number 2. Well, 2 down now. The bases are empty. Bottom of the 5th. That misses. That is grounded to the third baseman. Diaz up with it. Long throw. A little bit up the line, but fielded by Hamill, and that'll do it.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road. Endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
Top of the 6th we go, 12-5. 7, 8, and 9 for San Antonio. Dylan Stump, first pitch swinging. Shortstop Gonzalez up with it, throws a strike to first for out number 1. One pitch and one out. Good news for Hungate and Elite fans. So one out. Here is Spencer Lloyd, the catcher. He is 0 for 1, 2 for 5 in game 1. And that is wide, ball 1. Hungate got through the 5th without any further damage. That is inside. And it's right down the middle. 2 balls and a strike now to Spencer Lloyd out of Newman, Fayetteville, Arkansas. That is drilled to center. Lil going back, near the track, and hauls it in. Fantastic play by Lil. And Lloyd hits it a long way, and he will come up empty. So 2 outs now in the inning.
Right fielder Ryan Ramsey.
2 outs now. Here is Ryan Ramsey. His first plate appearance in the 4th was hit by a pitch. Came in for Orlando Collado. Little excuse me swing. That'll be to the third baseman. Brotman gets it on the short hop over to first in time. And fantastic defense by the Elite. And San Antonio goes in order. We played 5.5, 12-5. Angels. We'll be right back.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Back we go to the home half of the 6th. Elite with some work to do. 12-5. They trail the San Antonio Angels. 5, 6, and 7 for the Elite. Grover, Pearson, and Hahn scheduled. Looks like Lewis out for inning number 2. Got the Elite in order last time. First pitch is in there at the knees. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. That's a good change of pace from Lewis. And Grover swings through it. 0-2. Grover out of Cheney. Tried to check his swing. They appeal. Does not go around. Did not think he did. Grover 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts. 279 in the regular season. And the 1-2. That is to the left side. And Diaz has to wait on it. Turns and throws. The throw is to the right field side of the bag. We'll see how they're going to score it. But Grover is aboard with nobody out.
Second baseman number 1, Caden Pearson.
Diaz had to kind of lay back on it and wait on it. Not sure a perfect throw would have got him. So it looks like they're going to score that a base hit. And here's Caden Pearson. And is in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Pearson out of Valley Center. 1 for 1 today with a walk. And he takes a pitch wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful night for baseball, 82 degrees. Off-speed pitch, that is right down the middle. 2-2. Must be eating hamburgers down there in the scorer's booth, a little behind. 269 on the regular season for Pearson. Second baseman today. He swings at that one. A little bit fooled on the pitch, and that'll be out number 1.
Right fielder number 23, Corey Hahn.
So 1 out in the inning. Here is Corey Hahn. He took over for Cameron Cox. Got an at bat in the 4th. He is 0 for 1, struck out. Out of Campus High School. Throw over. And Grover back in there. Lewis did pick off a base runner last inning. That would have been Corbin Lill. And the pitch. That is two-hopper to the third baseman, Diaz. He is not having a good inning. Throw to the second baseman was high, and everybody's safe.
Catcher number 15, Bryce Nittler.
So San Antonio can't get out of their own way in this inning. Hahn is aboard on the fielder's choice. First and third with only 1 out. Here's Bryce Nittler. Couple of walks, but he scored twice. He is doing the catching. 349 in the regular season, so he is a big bat. And a fastball misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Nittler out of Arc City. They play him to pull, but a lot of room in right center. That is wide. 2 balls and no strikes. So Lewis with a 7-run lead. 2 balls and no strikes, first and third. That is in there for a strike. You got to think that the Elite will be taken until they get a strike, as they need base runners in the worst way. And a good cut there from Nittler. He's out ahead of an off-speed pitch. And that'll run it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hungate would be next. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That is swung on, fouled back, and Lloyd held on to it. Some discussion and appeal to the base umpire. It was caught cleanly by Lloyd. That'll do it for Nittler. That's a big out right there.
Pitcher number 5, Nate Hungate.
2 down. Here is the pitcher, Nate Hungate. Strikeout victim in the 4th. And takes a fastball inside, ball 1. Hungate out of Capon Mount Carmel. First and third. That is bounced foul. Just got a piece of it. 1-1. Elite needs base runners in the worst way. Bottom of the 6th. They trail it by 7. That is in there for a strike. 1-2 now to Nate Hungate. Only 5 hits tonight for the Elite. Certainly not how they usually do things. Oh, 2-2 now. They come in hitting .337 as a team. Grover at third, Hahn over at first. And the pitch. That is wide, dug out nicely by Lloyd. 3-2 now. So Hahn will be off with the pitch. Looks like they are going to play behind him. And a 3-2. That's in the dirt. And Lewis has walked the 9-hole man and the pitcher.
Left fielder number 4, Blake Freeman.
So that'll load him up for the elite. Top of the order here is Blake Freeman. One for two today out of Bishop Carroll. First pitch. That's a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Gilbert went 4 innings. That is bounce foul. Gave up 5 runs on 4 hits. Lewis came in the 5th and has yet to give up a run. Oh, and 2. That is foul back, so a good at bat here by Freeman.
Pinnacle Realty Group. Let's get you home. Check out their website. See WichitaHomes.com.
No balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. Elite needs to make something happen. And the 0-2. That is outside. Hitty spot, but it was outside. Good take there by Blake Freeman. Well, these guys know the strike zone very well. That is bounce foul down the right side. 1-2. Sun beginning to set here in Wichita. That's 6:30 local time. That is bounced foul. So good at bat here by Blake Freeman. 426 on the season. Was picked off in the 4th. Walked and scored in the 1st. And a 1-2. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it. So we have played 6. Elite leaves them loaded. And our score after 6, 12-5, San Antonio. We'll be right back.
At Davis Moore, we pride ourselves on our ability to provide a safe and reliable driving experience to all of our customers. When we say that safety is our top priority, we mean it. That's why every single one of our pre-owned vehicles goes through a 171-point inspection before it ever goes on our lot. And with our Davis Moore 360 guarantee, you can drive forever, worry-free. So let us prove to you that we have the best car care and best customer experience and why nobody beats a Davis Moore deal. Come by any one of our 5 Davis Moore locations or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th we go. 12-5 San Antonio. Looks like Hungate out for inning number 3 since coming in to close out the 4th. He is, for the most part, shut down San Antonio. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. It'll be Wisniewski, Bailey, and Diaz. Looks like the penalty horn blew, and doesn't look like there's going to be any penalty. Two for 4 today for Wisniewski. That is wide, ball 1. Singled and scored in the 2nd, doubled and scored in the 3rd. And the pitch. That is in there for a strike. Good location from Hungate. Wisniewski out of Trinity. He was 1 for 3 in game 1. And the 1-1. That is wide. Three for 7 in the tournament for Jack Wisniewski. That is in there for a strike. Good location from Hungate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Derby and Mulvane will be next. Steve Strain will have it for you. He is in there eating his pregame meal. 2-2. That is down the left field line. Foul. Just went out and got something on the outside corner. Good pitch there from Hungate. That's about all he could do with it. Wind appears to be freshening out of the north. Two balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. And the pitch. That is fisted foul. Just in the booth next to me. So close.
Here's the Pinnacle Realty Group foul ball. Let's get you home with Pinnacle Realty Group.
Still waiting patiently. After 3 years, still not one foul ball into my booth. Really don't think it's personal or anything. It's just the way it is. 2-2. That is up the middle, speared by Hungate. 4 out, number 1. So good reaction by Nate Hungate. He will take a single away from Wisniewski. So 1 out. Here is Ian Bailey out of Grambling. Hitless today, 0 for 4. And he is 2 for 7 in the series. Center fielder tonight, and that is a strike right down the middle. 0-1. And the 0-1 just missed inside. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 7th. That is drilled down the left side, foul. So Bailey out ahead of that one. Bailey down on the count, 1-2. And the pitch. Just missed outside. Pretty good spot there by Nate Hungate. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. That is into left field. That'll get out. So a 1-out base hit for Ian Bailey.
Third baseman number 13, Jose Diaz.
That'll bring up the 3-hole man, Jose Diaz. One for 3, tripled in the second. Reached on an error in the 5th. And was tagged out on the way by to end the inning. Throw over. And Bailey back in there. Diaz out of Our Lady of the Lake University. First pitch is lifted to center. Lil coming in. He is making the call. And will make the play in shallow center field for out number 2.
Number 40, Nick Hamill.
2 down. Here's Nick Hamill. Hamill out of Murray State. Two for 4 today. That'd be 3 for 9 for the series. First pitch swinging, that is fouled back. No balls and a strike. 2 outs. Ian Bailey over at first with a 1-out base hit. And the pitch. That is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. One more game to follow. It'll be Mulvane and Derby. Steve Strain will have it for you. 1-1 now. And the pitch. That is popped up right side. Grover giving chase over near the stands, and he'll run out of room. A lot of room here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Big ballpark, 330 down the lines, 385 in the alleys, and goes all the way out to 400 in center field. All artificial surface except for the pitcher's mound. So if you're looking for dirt, you got to bring your own. 1-2 now to Nick Hamill. Over at first base today. That is in the dirt, blocked nicely by Nittler. Two now. Hungate trying to get out of it. That is drilled to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit in front of Lil. And first and second now. And 2 outs. So Hamill gets good wood on that one for his 3rd base hit of the ball game.
Second baseman number 1, Ryan Kincaid.
Bring up the second baseman, Ryan Kincaid, out of Tarleton State. Strikeout victim in the 5th. He was 4 for 4 in game 1, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Well, he is hitless today, so that'll make him 4 for 8 for the tournament. And the pitch. That is through the legs of the third baseman, Brotman. They will send the runner, and he will score. So that'll be Ian Bailey. He will score, and that'll make it 13-5. So Kincaid is aboard on the error. And Hamill down to second base. First and second, 2 outs. Here is Garrett Wilkinson. Midland Community College, couple hits today, 3 runs scored. Off-speed pitch just missed high. Hungate had the opportunity to get out of it, 3rd inning and a row without any runs. That one got through the wickets of Brotman. And the 1-0 is wide. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. Just missed outside. Pretty good fastball, but just missed. So Wilkinson way ahead. 3 balls to nothing. (13-5) now, San Antonio. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. See if Hungate can come all the way back. And a 3-1. That's low, and that'll load him up.
That's a Wichita Federal Credit Union base on balls.
Bases are loaded now with 2 outs for Dylan Stump. Looks like we're going to have a brief visit from the pitching coach. Mulvane and Derby is next. Mulvane out of the Sunflower Collegiate League. Derby out of the Jayhawk Collegiate League. Don't forget, we'll have a flyover during the national anthem, B-17, during next game. You don't want to miss that. Today's ball game presented by KFDI. West Star Energy and Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Here is Dylan Stump. And he takes a pitch high and inside, ball one. One run across so far for San Antonio. And the 1-0 is wide. 2 balls and no strikes. And a 2-0. That is fouled off to the right. That'll make about the third row.
Pinnacle Realty Group, foul ball. Pinnacle Realty Group, let's get you home. Check their website at cwichitahomes.com.
2 balls and a strike now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Dylan Stump, the 7-hole man out of UT San Antonio. Bounced out last time up. That is lifted to center. Lil has a beat on it and will haul it in. So San Antonio gets 1, and they leave them loaded. We have played 6.5, 13-5 now. San Antonio will be back.
Won't you come dream with me now, now? Yeah, chasing down a beautiful dream. Won't you come follow me now, now? Yeah, won't you come dream with me now, now?
Bottom of 7 we go. It's been all Angels, 13-5 over 316 Elite. New pitcher on the mound. It'll be Hamill. Nick Hamill out of Schertz, Texas. Murray State, 6'5", 245. He'll move over from first base. Seth Morrow will move over. He'll be at first base. He is headed to Wichita State. And the first pitch from Hamill is upstairs. 2, 3, and 4 for the Elite. Gonzalez, Lil, and Brotman. Two balls and no strikes. That is wide. 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Cade Gonzalez out of Arc City. 0 for 2 today. That is a strike at the knees. 3-1. 13-5, Angels. And he'll lose him. So a leadoff walk to Cade Gonzalez. And Elite with something cooking. Looks like we will have...
Center fielder number 33, Corbin Lill.
Actually, it will not be a pinch hitter. He was checking in the umpire. Not sure exactly what he was talking about, but it'll be Corbin Lill. Walked last time out of Clearwater. He is 1 for 2. First pitch. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Lil has played a fantastic center field. Everything he could get to, he caught. 0-1 now. That is bounced to the left side, foul. So Morrill will come in and play first base. He is from San Antonio. And he is headed to Wichita State. He will be a freshman. Oh, 0-2 now to Corbin Lil. 320 on the season. And he's out ahead of that one. That one's off his foot. Count remains 0-2. "13 hits for the Angels, only 5 for the Elite. So a little anemic tonight offensively. 0-2 now. That is popped foul. So a good battle at the plate here for Corbin Lil. Good catch from a fan. No balls and 2 strikes now. Off-speed pitch is popped up right side. Morrow will get a chance. Looks like Kincaid, the second baseman, just into foul ground, will range over and make the play for out number 1. Tough play for a first baseman. Anytime second baseman can call him off, that's the right call. So 1 out now in the inning. Here is Andrew Brotman, third baseman out of Ark City. 0 for 2. Bounced out last time in the 5th. Runner at first base, only 1 out. And that's low and away, ball 1. One and 0, throw over. And Gonzalez back in there. Brotman hit .319 in the regular season. So 7 out of the 9 starters hit over 300 this last summer. That is absolutely remarkable. 1-0 now. 13-5 Angels. That is bounced to the shortstop. He is up with it over to second for 1. And that was all they're going to get. So Kincaid had a little trouble getting it out of his glove and making the exchange. So Gonzalez will be forced out at second base. And Brotman down to first base on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs now in the inning. Here is Micah Grover. Singled in the 6th. He's 1 for 3 out of Cheney. 279. Snap throw down. That's a nice play by Morrow. Nothing like coming in right off the bench, looking into the sun, and digging one out of the dirt. Can you feel the love in the team? Right fielder, second baseman, and first baseman looking right into that setting sun. And that is bounced to the shortstop. He is up with it over to second for the out, and that'll do it.
And that is the ball game.
And that's the ball game. That'll be a run rule victory for San Antonio. Here's your totals: 13 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for San Antonio. 5 runs and 5 hits and 6 errors for the Elite. And the win will go to Gilbert. Loss will go to Kisner. Elite 1-1. San Antonio 2-0. Next game up will be Mulvane and Derby. Steve Strain will have it for you. For Vern and Chris, I'm Todd signing off. We will talk to you in about 30 minutes.